Good morning, children. Welcome to our social class. Today I am going to explain you the second lesson, the natural realms of the earth. Before going to the lesson, I will discuss about crust and mantle which you learned in the first lesson. Crust is the first layer of the earth and mantle is the second layer of the earth. Now we will learn what the things present on the crust. It is the crust look smooth as we see on the globe or it consists of some other things. We'll see. Crust is the place where life existed. We are living on the earth crust and many different other lives also living. We see mountains, plains, plateaus, minerals, soils, water bodies like ocean, etc. on the earth crust, and we will read about these all things and the four realms of the earth in today's lesson. There are four realms of the earth. The scientists who learned or who knows about the earth, who discovered about the earth, will also talk of four natural realms of the earth. Before that, what is realm? Realms are areas which have some common features. There are four realms that are number one lithosphere, two hydrosphere, three atmosphere, and four biosphere. These are the four realms of Earth, and these four are interrelated, and also how human beings interact with them we will learn now. Okay, children, now come to the first lithosphere. Litho. It is a Greek word, means rock or stone. Spira means ball. In the same way, hydrosphere. Hudar is a Greek word and it means water, and sphere means ball. Atmosphere. Atmos means gases, vapors, and sphere means ball. Bio means life and sphere means ball. Now come to lithosphere. It is the solid crust or the hot top part of the earth. It is made up of rocks and minerals and covered with the thick layer of soil. How it is? It is consists of rocks, minerals and soil. In Greek, litho means stone or rock and spira means sphere. Just now I said about this. Not only this, we also see high mountain, plateaus or high lands, low plains, deep valleys and very deep basins which are filled with water, that is oceans, on this realm. Many of these features are shaped by wind and water. Okay, these values, deep values and mushroom rocks are the examples of wind work and water work. Okay, children. Okay, children. Okay. When the lithosphere heats due to the sun's rays or cools down, it influences air and water too. Okay, children, when gets heated or cooled down, it influences air and water. Okay, this portion is also consists of some dust particles also. These dust particles are no, they will mingle with the air, and when lithosphere gets heat due to sun's rays or cools down, it influences air and water too. Okay, children. And we use, we living beings live on this realm, and we use the rocks and soil and other things found in this hard crust in many ways. Rocks used in building materials, minerals are used in making metals, soil for agriculture use. And not only this, lithosphere, prime function of lithosphere are number one, it supports all the life forms on the earth. Yeah. So number two, it is a rich source of minerals. Just now we learned many minerals are found here. And third one, it is a major source of fuel such as coal and petrol. Okay, children, this is about lithosphere. Now come to hydrosphere. Hydrosphere. The realm of water is called hydrosphere. It comes from the Greek word hudor, meaning water. Some part of the water is found deep down under the earth among rocks, that is groundwater or mineral water. You all know about groundwater. It it is it has various sources of water and different types of water bodies like rivers, lakes, seas, oceans, etc. Okay, children, you know water is seen or found in the form of rivers, lakes, seas, oceans. Okay, can you name any two oceans, children? Yes, Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean. Can you give examples for sea? Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal. Okay, children, this is. And you all know it, Earth crust is covered by 70% of water and it is home for aquatic animals. This is about hydrosphere. Come to atmosphere. Atmosphere. The thin layer of air that surrounds the earth is atmosphere. It is again a Greek word. Atmos means vapor. It consists of a large number of gases, including oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, and dust particles. This is about atmosphere. Next, fourth is biosphere. Fourth is biosphere. The biosphere means life. It is again a Greek word. Bios means life. The realm of life, including bacteria, which live high on atmosphere or deep in ocean, constitutes the biosphere. Okay, children. This is about biosphere. Now we'll read in deep or detailedly about lithosphere. Lithosphere deals with the land we live upon. This lithosphere is divided into different land forms or land orders. That is, it is divided into three land forms. That is, first order landform, second order landform, and third order landforms. The crust of the earth is uneven. The very low basins are now filled with oceans, and then there are continents. On the first order, we'll see oceans and continents as a first order landforms. What are the first order landforms? Oceans and continents are first order landforms. Okay, children, you know there are 5 oceans, 7 continents. Okay, you can see here the map, children. A world map, continents and ocean. By seeing this map, are you feel or are you observing any difference compared to the present world map? Yes, children, there is some difference. We are seeing this North and South America to our right side. Now, name the continents, children. Asia, Africa, Australia, North America, South America and Pacific Ocean. These all. This is how first order landforms are formed. And come to the second order landforms. The surface of the continent is not even. They have plain lowlands, plateaus, and high mountains. These are also in a way as result of the interior process of the earth as you see below. These are not only we see oceans, continent on this realm, but there are plains, mountain, plateaus on this lithosphere. Okay, children. These mountains, plains, plateaus are categorized as a second order landforms. Now you learned about two order landforms. First order landforms are oceans and continents comes under first order landforms. Mountains, plains, plateaus comes under second order landform. Then come to third order landforms. These third order landforms formed with the work of water and wind. With the help of water and wind works, these third order landforms are formed. Example, V-shaped valleys, U-shaped valleys, mushroom rocks, sea arcs. These are example of third order landforms. Okay, children, you learned about three ordered landforms. Okay, now come to the next topic, the jigsaw puzzle and the moving plates. Puzzle. Have you heard the word puzzle, children? Yes, you'll be playing the puzzle games. But it will be the pieces of a photo or a picture and you will be arranging. Here it is a photo of our continents or world plates, how they are moving. This is the puzzle, jigsaw puzzle, how they move. After years of careful study, geologists have concluded that all the continents and even the oceans are actually situated on a massive basin of rock called plates. Okay, all these continents or oceans are situated on a rock called plates. And in the first lesson you learned about the supercontinent, okay, and super ocean. Supercontinent is Pangaea and super ocean is Pandalasa. About these plates. Now there are about 6 major plates on the earth and several minor ones. You can see here what are these major plates, children. Okay, that is North America plate, Africa plate, South America plate, Indo-Australia plate, Antarctica plate. These are super or major plates you can see here. See, North America plate, South America plate, Africa, Eurasia plate, and here Indo-Australian plate, and minor plate here, Nazca plate, and Arabian plate. Clear, children? You observe this map carefully, you will understand it. How these plates are formed. Okay, children. What is special about these plates? Okay. These plates actually float on the mantle. You know, children, what is mantle? Okay. And these rocks or plates will be floating or moving on this mantle. When these plates move on the mantle, they move very slowly. But while they are moving, they will be dashing each other. Okay, when they dash each other, uh, At that time, a lot of pressure will come out there. Okay, children? These plates move on the mantle or float on the mantle. They are constantly being pushed and therefore keep moving slowly. Now also they are moving, but we can't feel the movement because they move very slowly. They move very slowly. As a result of this movement, one plate pushes another neighboring plate. Okay, children? When they are moving, they will push. One plate will push the another plate and they will dash. And because of that, a lot of pressure will come out of that. One plate is pushing under into the mantle while the other plate is pushing up to form a chain of mountain. When these plates push, because of that pressure, these mountains are formed. This movement of plates is called plate tectonics. This is called plate tectonics. Here you see the pink box, children. The meaning of tectonics is here. Tectonics comes from the Greek word tecton, meaning carpenter or building. It is related to the Sanskrit word takshan, again meaning carpenter. Okay, you understood, children? The meaning of tectonics? It is carpenter or builder. The meaning of it is carpenter or building. Okay. Then come to the next sea floor spreading. How this sea floor spreads. Okay, children. Geologists studying the crust under the sea have discovered that under some oceans like the Pacific Ocean, there are mid-ocean ridges or ranges. You know the ridges or ranges means like small mountains. These geologists find under Pacific Ocean there are some ridges or ranges. How these ridges and ranges are formed? These are formed by lava rising up from the mantle. You know, under mantle or mantle consists of lava. Okay, and these ranges are formed by lava rising up from the mantle. The eruption of the ridge creates new ocean floor made up of basalt rocks. Because of this flow of lava or eruption of the ridge creates a new floor under the water. New floor under the water. This new floor is made up of basalt rocks and this is called as sea floor or sea floor spreading because of volcanic eruptions. These are lava rising from the mantle. This floor is formed under the water, that is in oceans. Thus, the mid-ocean ridges contain the newest crust formed on the planet. This fresh crust is being slowly pulled away from the ridge, widening the ocean basin. And under the ocean or under the water, this sea floor is formed. This leads to what is called sea floor spreading. For example, you can take Andaman Nicobar Islands. These are formed by volcanic eruption. This is about sea flooring, and here you can see the pictures how it happened. Now come to the next topic, children. Drama at the margin. The margins of the plate or the boundaries where the plates meet are the site of the highest geologic activity. In fact, incoming plates actually goes into the mantle of the earth and becomes molten due to the heat of the mantle. You can see the example of Deccan Plateau, which pushes the Eurasian plateaus and goes under it just where the Himalayan mountains are formed. Many of the plate's boundaries are also characterized by volcanic eruption and earthquake. Okay, like this, many earthquakes and volcanic eruptions we can see. Okay, children. By this topic, I'll end the class, and once again I'll reverse. In today's class, we learned about four realms of the earth. These realms of the earth, and about landforms, zigzag puzzle, and sea floor spreading. Okay, children. Oh, children, by this I'll end the class and read and learn the question and answers and write the notes neatly. And reading is very important. Whatever the notes is given, please read it properly. Okay, children, and write the notes neatly. Thank you, children. Stay home, stay safe.